आई डोंट नो कि ये टेस्ट ट्रायल टाइप का वीडियो रहेगा क्या रहेगा. आई एम नॉट वेरी श्योर बट दिस इज़ माई ऑब्जर्वेशन. हम जब भी राइड करते हैं या ड्राइव करते हैं हाईवेज पे रोड्स पे तो देयर इज़ अ लॉट ऑफ लर्निंग अबाउट लाइफ ऑल्सो इन दैट. सो आई वेंट फॉर अ शॉर्ट राइड ऑन माई बाइक yesterday और मैं चलाते चलाते एक चीज़ कर रहा था कंटिन्यूसली. एंड उससे मेरे को एकदम से हुआ कि यार देर आर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स दैट यू लर्न फ्रॉम द बाइक riding and the driving aspect of things. Maybe you have a car, you like to go on long drives or in the city. Maybe you have a bike and तुम लोग छोटे रास्ते या मतलब छोटा रास्ता नहीं सॉरी शॉर्ट राइड्स या फिर लॉन्ग राइड्स पे जा रहे हो उन बाइक से. तो फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट थिंग इज दैट these things teach you is if you have a car, it will teach you about the capabilities of your car. So you first need to understand, you need to understand that you have so and so vehicle and उसकी कैपेसिटी क्या है, उसके प्रोस क्या है, उसके कॉन्स क्या हैं. बेसिकली अंडरस्टैंडिंग के जो व्हीकल जो तुम्हें यहाँ एक पॉइंट ए से पॉइंट भी पहुँचाने वाला है उसके स्किल सेट क्या हैं. तो बेसिकली इट अलाइंस विद योर बॉडी, योर थॉट प्रोसेस, हाउ गुड इट इज़ इन अ वे टू एनालाइज के व्हाट आई एम गुड एट, लाइक विच फील्ड कैन बी बेटर फॉर मी लुकिंग एट मी. सो ऐसे करके यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड योर व्हीकल. इफ़ इट इज़ अ बाइक यू वुड नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि कितने सीसी की है. अच्छा इसका कंफर्ट जोन कहाँ है, सिटी में है, हाईवे पे है, एंड हाईवे पे है तो कितनी स्पीड तक है, आर द ब्रेक्स गुड, एवरीथिंग. सो इट प्रिपेयर्स यू फॉर द राइड इटसेल्फ. ठीक है, ये तो पहला एस्पेक्ट हो गया, द व्हीकल विच फ्रॉम विच यू आर गोइंग टू गो फ्रॉम पॉइंट ए टू पॉइंट बी विच इज़ गोइंग टू take you there, right? So it's like your body, similarly like your body, because if you walk you move from point A to point B and it's your body that is taking you there. If your legs are not working or they are paining, something like that is happening, then you need something else to do that job, right? So similarly, first तुम्हारी understanding what kind of a vehicle or bike you have. Second, understanding on which kind of a route are you going. So you need to be prepared. So the preparation comes in life, like you do a certain degrees to become eligible for something, or you learn about a certain kind of a business that you want to do. Similarly तुम्हें जाने से पहले ही सोचना होगा मुझे क्या क्या चीज़ों की ज़रूरत पड़ सकती है. That's the basic understanding कि जब तुम चीज़ें रख रहे हो you are getting prepared for things that can happen but won't happen, right? सो एक चीज़ वो हो गई. दिस इज़ द सेकेंड थिंग. नाउ द थर्ड थिंग वुड बी when you're going on the road, sometimes you know the destination, sometimes you don't know the destination, but you know the route, so you go on that. So the third thing that comes when you're riding or driving is basically acceptance, because especially when you are on bike you get exposed with the weather very strongly. So if it is raining, if it is windy, if it is very hot, you're going to feel all of that. If it is very cold, you're going to feel all of that. So the third thing that comes up is an acceptance of things, right? Third or the fourth thing, I have lost the count on this, but yeah, acceptance of the thing. Like if something happens that is out of the blue and you are not ready, suppose you don't have a raincoat and you're riding the bike, you're getting all drenched, all wet, but you need to have an acceptance. Okay, fine, but in the end I'll reach that location. When I'll reach that location, I'll remove my clothes, I'll dry them off, I'll wear something else. That's how that's the acceptance of things. If you get very scared, sometimes you also would like to take a break. If it is raining very heavily, so you'll find some shelter, you'll stand there, you'll take a break. So this teaches you in life, if something is going wrong or out of the blue, sometimes you need to take a time off from things. Suppose you some company, you're working with some company and they kicked you out of the job and you don't know what to do next. So what you'll do is you'll take your time off about that, right? So छोटे छोटे एलिमेंट्स हैं. व्हेन यू आर ड्राइविंग राइडिंग ऑन द रोड, यू आर एक्सपोज्ड, यू आर इन एन अननोन एनवायरनमेंट. especially like you're traveling somewhere which you have never been on, or you're traveling on a road which you have never been on, so you don't know where the potholes are, how the next turn is going to come out, how it is going to be, because आपके कॉलोनी का रास्ता होगा, you would know it like lane by lane, corner by corner, what pothole is there or not. So जो ये चीज़ बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट आती है कि एक्सेप्टेंस. इफ़ इट इज़ वेरी हॉट, you went out and you know that it's going to be hot, then accepting is the bigger challenge. Sometimes you just like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do this. But if you accept, then you think about the options that you can do, like what can you do to in order to mitigate this particular incident, or like whatever is happening to you. Next things that comes up is like sometimes in life, especially when you're driving in the dark, you can't see a lot far, so you're just going with a little amount of faith and a little amount of visibility and a little amount of trust also on the person who's going ahead of you. So you just look at his tail lights and how they are moving, just to analyze if the road is good or not. Because if you see any response on the tail lights, like sudden brakes, you would notice that there is something out there which caused him to press the brakes. So you become vigilant. Although you're driving in the dark, you don't have a clue, but looking at that particular person gives you an idea okay, what is going to happen next. Similarly in life, when you are in your career, or you have a certain what I can say, if you look up to a certain person in your company, or you have a certain like person you really follow, so looking at that person's life, or how his or her journey has been, you understand a few things about how your journey can be, right? So this is how you learn, and you try to perceive things through their spectrum, but still have an individuality on your stand. Like still I would be riding my bike, but I have an eye on that person just to see what is happening in the near future, right? So that's there. Like when it's all bright, you don't need to tail anyone. So you have an understanding about things, you don't need to follow anyone. That's really true. And when it really gets dark, when you're like very isolated from the environment near you, all you can see is pitch black dark, so you need to follow someone who is going on the right path. So similarly in life, if you don't have clarity about certain things, but you have an idol in life who you look up to and who you want to become like, so you can look at what these people are doing in terms of skill set, in terms of job, in terms of business, follow them, learn from them. Maybe you'll get your daylight soon, and by the time the daylight comes, you will be ready to embark on your journey, right? So this is one more thing. And the main thing that like made me think about this video was, okay, I was riding and it was dark. My headlights are not good. My bike's headlights are not good, right? So this is an understanding that I had since like I bought my bike. I understood like these are the limitations of my machine, right? And I'm riding. It does not stop me from riding in the dark. I know how to manage it. So that's how you learn. Okay, whatever skill set, whatever capabilities, whatever platform you are given in life, if your parents are rich or not, if your parents are middle class, if your parents are not that well-to-do, so you would have an understanding how you have to maneuver in life. You can't be like, I'll be comparing myself to a Hayabusa owner. No, you can't do that. So that's how an understanding comes. But yeah, so I was driving in the dark, and on that particular road, a lot of speed breakers come, and it's really difficult to analyze them because the road lights are also not there. So मेरे आगे एक XUV वाला चल रहा था, and वो जैसे मेरे को ओवरटेक करके निकला, I saw his headlights. It was really bright. It was like it was glowing, and I knew that this person has a better visibility than me in the dark. So what I did, I maintained a distance of around 150 meters, and I was tailing him. and because of his speed, otherwise I would have like driven at 40, 50, right? And because I did not have that good of a visibility, and if I would also have speeden up like 80, मैं XUV वाले को निकलते मैं छिड़ जाता, and I would have like raced my bike 80, 90 पे चला जाता, उसको overtake कर लेता, but still I would have been going at 80, 90, but chances of me jumping on a speed breaker would have increased to a lot. So that's how you realize that right now there's a certain limitation, and I need to understand how to smoothly move through this particular patch of my life. So what I did, मैं XUV वाले से ego trip नहीं लिया, I was just following him, and I did a humble, like I humbled myself up. Like I did not go on a ego trip के मैं नहीं सीखूंगा, मैं इसको आगे पीछे छोड़ के फिर आगे भाग जाऊंगा, ये सब नहीं करा मैंने. That guy was going around 70, 80 के बीच में, and he was going fast at अच्छे amount में. मेरे को कुछ करने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ी. I was just looking at him. Wherever he was stopping, I knew that 100 meters before that, I knew that there is a speed breaker. So I was very prepared to take that speed breaker, and I was moving smoothly. So वहाँ मेरे को hit हुआ कि why not make a video on this? Like when you're riding, you're traveling, you learn a lot about things. And the best part, I tailed him till the certain part of the road because there was no visibility. Once I had that visibility, I just overtook him and I scooted off. So that's how you move in life. Sometimes you have to be humble enough to work for a certain period of time. Just have an understanding, like this is what I need to learn for now. This is I require this. I require some guidance. And then when your time comes, you would just scoot off that person and you will move forward. That's how a lot of gurus also explain their students, like right now you need to learn, but once you do that you would not require me. That's the whole point. I wasn't able to see the speed breakers. I was following that guy. Once I saw the light, I just escaped, and I was very fast after that, and he was not there to catch me up. Like he was not there to catch me now. And that's how you learn about life. Since sometimes you'll see people who are better than you, who are good at things that you are not, but you want to become, then you have to learn from them first. If you don't learn, if you keep an ego and not learn from them, you would not be able to move to that level. You'll just be on your ego, and you'll be just trying to figure things out from yourself, your own spectrum. But sometimes you need to look at other person, learn from them, and then take off on your journey. So this point was like that hit me to make this video. The other one is just the journey. You need to face it. If I want to go somewhere, I have to have that mindset of things can go wrong, things can go right. I don't know how it's going to pan out. All I can be is prepared about things, acceptance of my own skill set, okay with whatever comes in the journey, and if there is any hiccup also, understand that it's going to end at a certain point. It's not going to keep going for you. Keep on going and you'll be tormented forever. No, you'll reach your destination. So once you reach, you'll get that hotel room, you'll get that hot or cold room, whatever you require. You'll get that hot shower in the end. It would be an achievement as well as a gift for you in the end, for that journey that you faced. And sometimes you have to come back from B to A also. You have to accept that going back is required right now. And then again, when the time comes, you'll move to another point, which is C, which you never saw actually. So this is how a bike's journey teaches you. A bike's or a car's journey teaches you in the traffic about people. There might be few mad people who are not driving in a proper way. They might be just taking left turn, right turn, again and again, moving in and around on the road, and they're not giving you space. That's how people are. Then what you can do, you can get all angry, shout at them, fight with them, waste your time with them. Or you can just keep silent and wait for that small mistake they're going to do, and then just scoot towards their left and just brush them off and just go. So this is how you manage people in the traffic. You don't need to fight every fucking time. You need to just understand when to make your move. So that's how you can be when you're managing people or working with a lot of people, because not all of them come with the same mindset, same goals, same everything, same upbringing also. So they have their challenges, they have their attitude problems. You need to understand how you're going to move, because you know that you want to go to point B. The smoother the journey you make, the more you'll be able to enjoy it. If you make it a lot more, what I can say, disturbed, then you'll be disturbed by the end you reach your destination. So you need to process things out, think about things, and then move forward. So these all things I learned from biking a lot. कार से होता है, but biking से there is an exposure that happens with the environment also, and you are in a way in a very risky situation when you are traveling on a bike. So these were my 2 cents. I don't know how this video has panned out, but I think as per my flow it went really well. So I hope you guys liked it, and have a great day. Bye bye.